Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel where we talk about skincare, grooming, and sometimes hair, so if that sounds like your thing, make sure you are subscribed. Also, come and follow me on Instagram where I post a lot of stuff you're not going to see here on YouTube. Every season, I get asked to do an update on my skincare routine, so obviously it being summer, I've been asked about my summer skincare routine. However, one thing I've really been trying to concentrate on is the hydration of my skin, not just in summer, but in winter, but it's equally as important throughout both seasons. Our skin is prone to dehydration, mine for some reason in particular, through all 4 seasons. So today I want to share how I use hydration in my skincare routine to keep my skin behaving properly, to keep it looking plump and dewy, and that kind of like glass skin. Are we over that? Are we still calling it that? Honey skin? A nice glow. So today I want to share my summer hydration routine, a few ingredients I look out for, the exact products that I like to use, and then of course like a routine as we go along. So anyway, let's start with the ingredients that I like to look out for. To keep our skin happy and hydrated, we need to retain the water in our skin. And one of the easiest and best ways to do this is through the use of humectants. Humectants not only prevent the loss of moisture, but by doing so it also retains the moisture as well. Some compounds actually have the ability to attract moisture as well. So the most obvious one that everyone's going on about nowadays is hyaluronic acid. I will keep this as brief as possible, but it might get a little bit complicated because I talk about HA so much. But hyaluronic acid is known to be able to hold on to 1,000 times its own weight in moisture and gives our skin that bouncy plump look. However, it's important to note that there's more than one type of hyaluronic acid, and they all come in different sizes, molecular weights, and some of these are supposedly able to penetrate the skin better than others. So the first one is sodium hyaluronate. So this is the salt form of hyaluronic acid, which makes the size of the molecules a lot smaller, which means it's actually able to penetrate the skin a lot better than your standard hyaluronic acid. It all does the same thing, but it goes a little bit deeper, which is a good thing. Then we have hydrolyzed sodium hyaluronate. This is even tinier in size than your standard sodium hyaluronate, with the idea that it's going deeper into the skin than all the other types of hyaluronic acid. I think we all know that it's important to apply any type of hyaluronic acid to wet skin, which I will demonstrate in the routine coming up, as well as using a good humectant moisturizer to stop the HA pulling that moisture from your skin. The next extremely common ingredient that you find in a lot of skincare is glycerin, the ready salted crisp of the humectant world, like the original. Nothing fancy, but it does what it needs to do. So not only is it a good humectant, but glycerin has actually been shown to help repair the skin barrier once we've been kind of stripping away at it. So like I mentioned earlier, with harsh cleansers, toners, exfoliators in summer, especially good against the effects of SLS in skincare. They're the main ones really, and water. But let's get into the skincare routine. As I mentioned, I'm going to make it pretty obvious what steps are necessary and what ones aren't. And a lot of these steps I do for pure aesthetic reasons. Okay, so let's start. In the morning, I just splash my face with water. I don't cleanse. So I'm just going to re-wet my skin with this. What is this? La Roche-Posay zinc sulfate solution cleanser. It's just water. However, in the evening, I do, of course, use a cleanser, so I will, of course, go for the Matcha Hemp Hydrating Cleanser from Crave Beauty. This cleanser keeps you nicely hydrated, doesn't strip your skin. As I always say when I talk about Crave now, go and watch my review. I talk about all the ingredients, break it down a bit more over there. So yeah, I'll use that in the evening, but morning, just splash my face with water. I find that the less I cleanse my face with a cleanser, any cleanser, the less dehydrated my skin becomes, because I feel like I'm just stripping it less, you know? I'm just letting the oil sit on there, splash with a little bit of water. I'm not like rubbing with or anything. And this especially helped when I was dehydrated in winter. So let's go on to the next step. We're going to go on to the toner. The I'm From Rice toner is my go-to toner for hydrated and bright skin. So it contains butylene glycol, which is a humectant, but most importantly, it contains Orisa sativa. I think I said that right. It's rice extract, which is amazing for hydrating the skin, brightening the skin tone, and gives your skin a nice natural glow. With the I'm From Rice toner, you need to shake it up. I like to pour a few drops into the palm of my hand, and then onto damp skin straight after, out the shower, after cleansing, splash with water, pat very gently onto my skin. You'll see that this already is kind of giving me that shine, that glow that I really like. So pat that in, don't forget your neck. And as you can see, this just gives you an instant boost of glowiness and hydration. I'm actually going to skip an essence, surprisingly, because I find that the I'm From Rice toner has everything you would want from an essence anyway. So yeah, this is kind of like a toner essence all in one. Now this is where I do think a serum will benefit everyone because I feel like it's a good way to give your skin a dose of hyaluronic acid, and it is probably my favorite step to use hyaluronic acid. So this is the triple hyaluronic moisture ampoule from CosRx. This is from their Hydrium line. This contains all those hyaluronic acid ingredient I was talking about earlier. The ingredient list is actually pretty short. So you've got water, glycerin, butylene glycol, and then you've got your sodium hyaluronate, your hyaluronic acid, and then your hydrolyzed hyaluronic acid as well. So it's got all those levels of hyaluronic acid to potentially get deeper into your skin. So it's caring for the top layers of your skin and the deeper layers of your skin. But then you've also got that glycerin and butylene glycol, which is going to be helping to keep all that in. So before I use a hyaluronic acid serum, there's one thing I like to do that I read from a dermatologist. I can't remember for the life of me who it was. But they were saying to get the most of your hyaluronic acid serum, you of course need to apply it to wet skin. We all know that. So what I'm going to do is take the spray water again. This is literally just water in a can. Mist that over, and then we're going to take the serum. This is a nice texture. It's not too watery, so it doesn't drip down your face before you get a chance to actually rub it into your skin. Then at first we're going to gently rub this in, and then we're going to pat. Patting is something I find really helps with the appearance of my skin as well. If I rub my skin too much or too harsh, of course I get redness on my skin. Oh, by the way, these are from Yes Style. I'll link them down below, but they just stop my hair falling in front of my face. Okay, so that is patted in, and then I'm gonna sandwich it with moisture. So I've done the first spray, now I'm gonna do a final spray. And then we're going to pat this in a little bit, but we still want our face to be slightly damp for the next step. Okay, so I am going to talk about eye cream. I don't often use eye creams because I kind of know what moisturizers I can use under my eyes as well. Moisturizers that double up as an eye cream and a moisturizer. Eye cream is just moisturizer in a smaller bottle. So, also, sorry, this is the Vichy Mineral 89 eye cream. It's very, very basic, this eye cream, to be completely honest. It's got sodium hyaluronate in it. I just like it because it's super lightweight and quite plumping too. So I apply that just down here, not too close to the eye. Okay, so do that quick enough so that your damp skin doesn't dry out. Now we're going to talk about the moisturizer, which is a tricky but very, very important part of the skincare routine. I always mention I'm oily skin in summer. The last thing I really, really want to be doing is putting moisturizer on. And I know a lot of people dread that as well, but what we're looking for here is a gel type moisturizer that's usually water-based. We have humectants and also butylene glycol. So as well as being a humectant that keeps all that moisture and hydration in, butylene glycol is actually, it makes the product feel a lot nicer on the skin, a lot smoother, and it makes it feel nice and light, so it doesn't feel heavy on oily skin. If you do have dry skin though, you might want to look for something a little bit heavier, something a bit more ceramide based. So for everyday summer use, I like to use the Squeeze Green Watery Gel Cream from eNature. I love this so much. This contains everything we mentioned, plus a shot of chlorophyll and parsley and kale to deliver those antioxidants to the skin. This has the texture of one of the lightest gel moisturizers I've ever used, without the usual dryness that I get from a lot of gel moisturizers. You do need the tiniest amount of this. It's maybe too tiny. I do find that a lot of gel moisturizers sink almost too instantly into the skin, whereas this one does take a little bit of persuasion, but I love that feeling. Like, look at my fingers just glide over my skin because of how smooth. It's just like the nicest, wateriest texture, but you can feel your skin being cared for and nourished and moisturized. It's got an extremely fresh smell to it as well. It does take a little while to sink into the skin, but we just pat it, we encourage it. And bearing in mind we have applied all this to like dampened skin, so now we're kind of like drying our skin as well. This is my favorite way to dry my skin, not with a towel or like any kind of cloth, just pat everything in, and there we have it. Dewy skin. So sunscreen isn't really part of my hydration routine, but is important in the sense that we need to use sunscreen to stop becoming dehydrated. For me personally, mineral sunscreens dry me out so bad. I don't know what it is, but they make me itch, they make me flaky. They just feel like so bothersome sitting on my skin, so I do always opt for a chemical sunscreen. I look for sunscreens with the word aqua or milk, and they tend to have more of a hydrating feel to them. Of course, the Crave Beauty, the Beat Shield is amazing, but one that I don't mind using up on a daily basis is the Biore UV Watery Essence SPF 50+, PA++. And what I do like about this one is it doesn't take away the shine at all. It just kind of enhances it. I've used quite a bit, but you'll see it rubs in very, very quickly and easily. Gentle rubbing motions. And I must say, what I do like the most about this routine is we've got all the benefits of moisture and hydration without feeling heavy and creamy and without getting greasy and oily throughout the rest of the day. And then that is it. So I hope you can take a little bit of inspiration from this routine and this video and really help to hydrate your skin, not only in the summer, but also through winter. Do it all year round, and you'll just find that your skin kind of behaves a bit more, I found personally. But I need to do my hair now, so that is it from me now, guys. I will see you next time.